welcome to the first development log of my game, Noon in Purgatory. The very first thing I did with this project was set up basic player movement and idle animation. I used Unity's input system to set the movement and a blend tree to match the animation with player movement. Next, I designed the UI to show Noon's health, mana, and experience. The UI design was partially inspired by one of my favorite games, Don't Starve. And to make the UI functional, I utilized a scriptable object. And for the first environment object, I placed a gate of purgatory. And I used this gate to work on scripting automatic layering of sprites to give an illusion of depth. My script worked for layering two objects, but once it had to layer three or more objects, it started to break, so I had to go with a different solution. After I set up the gate of purgatory and failed pretty hard on scripting automatic layering, I spent some time creating collectible items and other objects for the scene to cool my brain. Afterwards, I researched more on how to configure automatic layering and figured out the solution finally. The solution was tested with the new items in the scene and worked great, so I'm praying it doesn't break again. Once I placed more items in the scene and figured out the layering issue, I moved on to scripting the gate of Purgatory's function. The gate is supposed to activate Purgatory when the player passes through, and since I don't have that many objects in the scene at the moment, I made it so that the collectible items and such are black before the player passes through. The next thing I worked on was a player's interact animation. I set up the interact key to be E with the input system so that whenever the player presses E on the keyboard, the interact animation plays. The animation is of Noon raising both her hands. The player interact animation goes hand in hand with harvesting items. The harvestable items are supposed to show up on top of the player, giving the illusion of Noon levitating the item with her hands. That's all for Noon in Purgatory Development Log number 1. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again.